Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless Sea. And oh boy, is my head spinning with possibilities and vague plans, more or less vague. So I think what I'm gonna do, yes, on our current expedition, we're gonna go all the way to Mount Palmerston because I need those dice. I guess I could technically deal with all my Frostbound business right now. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult, aka requiring more reloads, I guess. And it might be a little bit more costly towards the end. I'm really not entirely sure, actually. The thing is, there are things I want to do, or need to do, kind of at Irem. I also want to visit Hideaway. Do we have a reason to be an Empire fans? I'm not sure that we do. I do have my recent news for Dahat, so I mean, I have things to do over here. The thing is, though, I also want to pick up a couple of things from London first. So I think I'm gonna actually do this. So because the thing is, it would be kind of convenient to just keep going along the north and then basically down the eastern edge of the map before returning. But that's quite the trip, and there are things over here that I need more stuff from London for, so it just makes more sense to do this in two portions, basically. But yeah, if I'm gonna go do a few things up here and then return to London and to restock, I guess it would make sense. Would it make sense? Actually, it might make the most sense to go all the way to Irem after all, and visit Sea of Lilies as well. Okay, I mean, I was thinking about what to do before starting the episode, but actually I kind of find myself remaking my plans over and over. So we want to visit Codex. We want to drop off our sigil-ridden navigator there, which should, spoilers I guess, should give me a Searing Enigma. The thing is, I need two. Now, well, that's the first thing. So I need those. I need two. I will get one here, unless I'm mistaken, and I can buy one for ultimately 666 echoes at Irem, which is, you know, not a big deal. It's just a bit out of the way. So that's how I could guaranteed acquire a second one. I also, you know, on the way, I also want to visit the Undercrow because we were supposed to bring some sort of message back there. I don't remember exactly. I mean, we met the old dying guy there with the moth hatching out of his chest, and he gave us like a final message to an old lover or someone, something like that. And we were supposed to bring the answer back, right? Something along those lines. So I think we need to go back there. Also, I want another port report from this place. So there's that. Well, Frostbound. We could use the element of dawn that we are ultimately going to want to, you know, that we ultimately want to have anyway, because that is going to help here. It's not the only option. You can make it through there without it. I've done it before, of course, but it might cost me some attributes. Ultimately, I guess that's not really the end of the world. So I could just do that right then and there. There's also, you can also use a Searing Enigma there, but you do get one back for a Judgment's Egg, which I do have. I have two, in fact. So we're gonna, we need to have a Searing Enigma first, but we are gonna get one back. So basically, we break even there. Then I need some stuff from Mount Palmerston. The thing is, yeah, I could skip Frostbound for now, go to Mount Palmerston, maybe get to Irem, Sea of Lilies, and then return to London. That's still a bit of a trip, but that might be the best course of action, actually skipping Frostbound to have a bit of an easier or more efficient time when we return later with the actual element of dawn. So we would just be picking up the actual final component to the super engine right there after we have everything else already in place. That might be the smartest thing to do. I mean, I would basically, if I do Frostbound right now, it's going to be a little bit more costly, but it's going to save me another trip up there in the future. Is that really such a huge deal, though? It's ultimately really not that far away from London. If I go in a straight line to Frostfound, that's, yeah, I don't know. It's really not going to be that long. So, yeah, I think I'm actually going to skip it. But let's see. Oh, there's the Lifeberg. Well, I mean, I literally just started the episode, so I might as well. Oh god, it's immediately... No. Oh, I forget again that I no longer have my... Oh, he's so fast. It's so fast, bro. That was 30 damage. Yikes. Actually, I wonder... Apparently some enemies... Oh no, that's not gonna work. Yeah, well... Some enemies you can apparently just kite like this by going backwards, but probably not icebergs, lifebergs. Oh, or maybe? I should have been firing there. Huh, it seems like this might actually be working. Because it's gonna charge again, but actually it's taking its sweet time now. Not sure why. It's not even charging. Huh. I mean, it took some kind of unnecessary damage, but... Oh, didn't lose any crew. Yeah, it's interesting. Its charge just doesn't carry it far enough. Also now it seems to have reached some sort of leeching point. Well then. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, this would have been... And honestly, it would already be dead if I still had my blue Scintillac. Oh, this is so cheesy. I like it. If I could have easily avoided those 2 hits that I did take, but I mean, since we didn't lose anything permanently, and we're gonna be back in London. Ooh, if he charges now, he's gonna hit. I might just barely be good. Oh. Dude. And GG. Wow, okay, that's a life bird down just like that. Those seemed so impossible early in the game. But turns out, not so much anymore. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna be able to heal in London, no problem. No big deal at all. Concentrate on replenishing supplies. Modest challenge. It's big. There may be something edible or combustible in there somewhere. No, we don't need supplies that badly right now, so treasures, hunting trophy, and 2 artifacts. Huh. Okay. Dark fragments. Fragments gleam like obsidian in the depths of the ice. Their glassy blackness recalls Mount Nomad, the predatory terrain feature which haunts the blackness of Void's approach. What is the connection? Mount Nomad. I've heard of that, I want to say. Also, Codex is actually right here. Kind of forgot about that. Okay, I was kind of hoping for something more unique from that Lifeberg, but I mean, it's fine. You can always use those hunting trophies to probably do useful things with. Okay, I mean, yeah, that cost us some Holland, that's basically it. Well, some extra fuel and supplies, I suppose, just for the time spent. We might as well... What did I do? Uh-oh. Wait, what did I do? Oh, I saved... Okay, I saved it. I'll just name this. That's fine. I'm gonna delete that. Just so I don't confuse myself. Manual save. Yes. I misclicked. How did I do that? That's first. 87, yes. That's more like it. And let's see here. Strategic information for the Admiralty. Oh yeah, because, right, I originally got the... I had to reacquire this, and it's random where the Admiral wants you to go, right? So I actually kept reloading a couple of times because initially I got the Empire of Hands one, which I was okay with because we were gonna go there anyway, right? Were we? Oh yeah, of course we want to go there. Completely forgot about that. We want to trade... what was it? Honey for dirty books. But... well, and when I had to reload, when I was doing all the... What was I doing? I don't know. I had to reload for some reason before turning in all the port reports, and I got a bunch of really inconvenient locations out, in a row. But ultimately I got Codex, which was perfect because I was gonna go here anyway. Plus it's super close by, so that's super convenient, of course. Yeah, let's do that. Not shrug. What was that? Yeah, not sure what that was. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that was outside and nothing terrible happened. Right, not shrug shrug. Actually just one shrug, sorry. She hands you an oilskin pouch, 9 foolscap sheets of beautifully written cipher gathered from who knows what corners of the Undersea. You look up, she points across the water towards the distant lights of Wither Town. Not that distant, actually. She shakes her head. No home there for her, not now. She points to your ship and raises her eyebrows. Okay. A mute exile wants to join your crew. Will you permit it? Though other sailors clutch their Z-talismans and make signs against evil. Huh? Oh. The folk of Wither are uncanny. Those who are exiled to Codex must be more so. I'll allow it. 5 terror, whatever. Gained 1 crew. Salt's attention. Okay. I thought she was gonna be special somehow? She can't or won't speak, but it's clear she knows the Z. She'll do well, this one. Okay. So that didn't really do me much good. Or any good. I mean, the terror isn't a big problem. I don't know how much of a problem Salt's attention might be. I think at least one of these... Actually, it's attention, it's not a curse, so... Yeah, you can have the curses of each of the 3 gods, I guess. But at least one of them doesn't do anything, at least as anyone knows. Possibly 2 of them, and even the one that does something isn't that bad. And the attention? I don't know, I guess that doesn't do anything by itself. So, yeah, okay. Acquire a Doom Monster Hunter for a Syrian Enigma. Yeah, right. Those are really way too valuable. And as I said, so apparently these Doom Monster Hunters, that's the one, Doomed. Those are literally just ammunition for that special weapon. And I guess there are a couple of different places where you can get them. Anyway, allow your navigator to join the mute exiles. That's what we're here for. For the Shivering Monkeys, a lamentable relic. What? What Shivering Monkeys? They were laid before their mournful shrine. In exchange, they offer Z-stained logbooks from a better chest. Wait, logbooks, you say? Oh, for what? Trade a lamentable relic for 3 unread logs? Heck yeah. I've not seen a single one of these, but so many things, well, a handful of things, that require them. That's amazing. Okay, so you just have to get lucky and get this event at Codex, and you can get one for get 3 of them for basically free, because lamentable relics are like a dime a dozen. Religion and science. An irritable monkey snatches the relic and cradles it to the matted fur of its chest. Another, from a cautious distance, flings 3 logbooks at you, one after another. Each is filled with scientific field notes. This one of Z-soundings, this one of angler crab behavior, this one cataloging the fossilized sigils of Codex. Huh. Unread logs. Unread log. Safer not to, eh? I mean, those sound harmless enough. At worst a bit boring, perhaps. But, okay. We will take that. Also a Codex port report. And, I mean, this is what we're here for, right? He wishes to retire. So, I mean, could just keep him on board indefinitely and not fulfill his final wish, I guess. Or I could, you know... The other option was to leave him at the Empire of Hands, right? Where his soul would be taken, and then... That's that? I guess living as a mute exile is maybe more... I don't know. It's maybe a better fate. At least he's still alive, and, you know, he could decide to... That at some point maybe he's... atoned for his sins or something and leave. I don't know. The stones of Codex crawl with sigils. Your navigator steps into the enfolding silence of the glum grey shore. His tattoo shivers like a nestling gull. Goodbye. One of the mute exiles brings him a loaf of brown algae bread. Another gives him a chipped jug of water. The navigator does not thank you or say goodbye. From the moment he sets foot on the isle, he does not speak at all. But he takes your hand in his briefly before turning to the exile's cave. As you leave, one of the exiles tugs at your sleeve. He leads you to an unmarked stone the size of a church Bible, produces a chisel and hammer from his robe, and strikes the stone 3 times. It splits in half. Inside, a sigil the color of quartz glistens, trapped in the stone like a fossil. The exile gestures at you to take it. And that is the Searing Enigma. Okay. Each day his pain is a little worse. What? Wait. Now that he's joined them? Things are getting worse for him? I thought this was supposed to help him. Well, it is what it is. Hey, we have the Searing Enigma now. Let's immediately waste it. No, let's not. Okay. We can do some shopping here. I mean, we should be fine for the rest of this trip, I think. But yeah, basically, I mean, I really didn't need that extra crew member or the extra terror. I can have up to 20 for Frostfront, but we're not even going to do Frostfront now, so that is fine. What did I say? I'm going to go all the way to Irem to get the second Searing Enigma, or I mean that would make sense. We kind of need one to safely get the what's his face the sage, the unsettling sage, yeah, out of prison. That's the only guaranteed and kind of cheap way. I suppose I could pay the 2,000 echoes at this point, but I could also not. I could hold on to those. So yeah. Anyway, let's save. Yes. Goodbye, navigator. I hope you'll be happy. Maybe. Anyway, next up, Undercrow. Or next down, I should say. Should I say that? I don't know. Maybe not. Is that a lighthouse or a... I think it's a lighthouse, right? Yeah, just about on the cliff overlooking the entrance to the Undercrow. Ah, oh, I can. Come on. Huh? Oh. Surely somewhere around here I can actually dive. Kind of unfortunate that you have to, you know, guess and just sometimes just trial and error your way around these underwater boards. Would be nice if you could at least see the outlines of large objects, you know, on the sea floor. Once you've been there or something. I don't know. Undercrow. Give the sprightly visionaries response. Right. The almost dead man is dismissed from his service. Surely that's good news? Almost. So he's not actually dead yet. Did the moth not already hatch from its chest? Also, we have our own keeper moth with us, of course, and I was wondering if that would do something here. No more than 100. Okay, far away from that. I guess we can assemble our port report. Or should we do that after more things happen? Maybe save here. Did I already save here? I might have. I think I'm literally just saved, but you know, that's fine. Accepted with grace. The almost dead man asks you to describe his commander's response in maddening detail. He only desists when an attempt to return the Carganian salute results in a spasm of pain. As the incomparable Aurelian offers him some water, you watch his ribs rise and fall like the keys on a pianoforte. When the pain has subsided, the old man's grimace settles into a faraway smile. He still wears the ascot I gave him. Okay. A lover's wordless response delivered. Gain another dying grace, now 2. Some fragments. Okay. Deliver a letter of apology to a flinty latitudinarian at Nook. Well, I'm planning to revisit Nook at some point, so okay. The almost dead man assures you at length that the latitudinarian is not a man to blame the messenger. Good. After a brief consultation with the incomparable Aurelian, the ancient man hands you a sealed letter. I'm told he resides in an etched tooth house in the maw. When I imagine what he could have been. Okay, an important letter to deliver. Provide wine for the dead man's toast. Oh, I forgot that I was supposed to do that. I guess since I am ultimately returning here, I'll take a note for 1 unit of wine. 1 cask of wine for this place. Which makes a total of... Actually, I have a note to bring some amount of wine to Nook, interestingly enough. Would have helped to have some sort of note about how many exactly, or roughly. We do need 5 wine and or coffee, but wine is just so much cheaper, so wine to Scrimshander to do something. I don't think I need wine specifically for anything else. Okay, but that's 1 more wine to... So a total of 5, 6, at least 7, possibly more wine. Yeah. Let's see here. Scrim, Nook, under Crow. I'm sure that is specific enough for me to remember, for me to decipher a week from now or so. Speak with the incomparable Aurelian. Yeah? We've definitely talked to them before. True Collector appreciates patience. When my master retired here, we both thought it would be his last destination. The Aurelian's eyes take the sheen of a patient man approaching a long-delayed payoff. No one has been present at the most moths hatching before. The most moth. Okay, so that's just a different kind of moth, not a keeper moth. Well, no one who was in a condition to remember it afterwards. He spares a hesitant glance over his shoulder at the almost dead man. Of course, being by my master's side during his final days is a necessary part of the process. Okay. A necessary evil, perhaps? Anyway, okay, this is now at 10. Not sure if that changes anything. A thorough survey of moths and fire. A ramshackle array of pulleys allows the Undercrow's reclusive resident to feed the fire above. The herby smoke of the fungal fire has preservative qualities, but dust everything in a fine grey deposit. Meanwhile, the fire distracts the more aggressive moths and warns ships far above. All is well, or as well as it can be expected. Yeah, well, I think that's just the same as we got the first time around. Right, we are delivering this letter to Nook, and that's all we can do here. Fair enough. Let's save that, and onward to Mount Palmerston. I suppose... Yeah, no, never mind. Mount Palmerston. Maybe go around up here. Put Teneb on the map properly. I doubt there's going to be anything there. Like an actual location. That's just part of Frostfound. But it always bothers me a little bit to have, you know, islands only partially mapped. I always feel like there might be something more. Something that I'm missing. And we're definitely burning through fuel at an alarming rate. But we're gonna make it, no problem. Okay, we're on the right course. I guess I'll just go around the northern edge. Just to conserve some fuel, and because Terra really shouldn't be an issue on this trip. Should be able to get that right back down when we return to London. I'm just gonna conserve some fuel this way. Okay. There's another one. Is that just another life bird? It is. Should I? I mean, I don't need to, I suppose, but... please start firing, though? Okay, good. Actually, to speed things up. backwards. This would be so much better with the blue scintillite, but oh well. He's just so easy to deal with. I could have absolutely done this with my old chip. Like super early on in the game. There was no need to be so afraid of these things. Go back though. Go back. Ooh. Okay, that was pixels away from taking a lot of damage. It's kind of awkward. Yeah, he's gonna ram probably. Or is he? Oh, yeah, well, of course. 30 damage, staggered. Didn't lose a crew member, though. Honestly, wouldn't have minded losing one. The one that we picked up earlier. Okay, a modest challenge. Please work. Failed. Oh, that's annoying. A few frozen and half digested turbot. A barrel of extravagantly ancient limes. Well, I'll take the supplies, I guess. At least it didn't cost us anything, losing that challenge. Nice little blizzard we're about to enter here. Okay. Snow sweeps down from the north. Does this actually have... Oh, the ship's engines labor against it. Oh, we're super slow. Oh, wow. That is unfortunate. Wow, this... I've never noticed this. I thought we must have been in a snowstorm like this before. This is really bad. I suppose I could actually do the smart thing and just go where there is no snow. In fact, I wonder if just diving and resurfacing will despawn the snow, perhaps. Or we could just go like this, right where we need to go. Man, I really don't like going without lights underwater, though. Although I guess we're kind of fine, probably. There's some sort of rock or something there. Ooh. I mean, that could be fuel. Oh god, no, it's also right on top of them. Oh, that's not fuel. That's a freaking thalate. Took some damage, whatever. Not a big deal. Yeah, just, let's just not. Oh. Yeah, this is very awkwardly placed here, this current. Okay, the blizzard is over, or doesn't reach this far. I suppose it makes sense near this active volcano. Maybe. I guess neither the volcano nor the blizzard would really care much about the other. Anyway, we're here. Go up the crater. I mean, is there anything left for us to do there? Visiting the Wistful Devilus. Independent verification. The Brass Embassy has asked you for independent verification of the Devilus' intelligence. Oh, that's right. Forget about this extra reason to be here. Well, that's always fun. It's possible that you might be able to eavesdrop on the convention somehow. Only a 49% chance of success, huh? What can we do here? We can buy the Devil Bone dice that I came to get. Yes, 3 of those. And yeah, we need those and a Searing Enigma, one of the Searing Enigmas, for the weapon. So we could go and get that right now. Which is at Station 3, of course. That being said... Oh, actually, this does actually work out kind of nicely. Because we are going to We're gonna buy a bunch of fuel, actually. It's super cheap here, and we are gonna need it, so... And there's almost no reason to not fill up on fuel almost completely. Right, I was gonna say that it actually will work out quite nicely if I go all the way to Irem from here, which I suppose I will, because we can pick up excuse me, we can actually pick up a long box there as well, which we can use at Station 3 to get a hard metal ingot from, which we can then deliver to the Principle of Coral. Right. Yeah, so that actually works out. That's an additional synergy that I hadn't even been thinking about. So yeah, that's nice. Let's see, how many eoliths do I need? I need 2 for the tobacco quest. Right, 1 unread log. We actually can do that, and we're gonna have the eolith in a moment. Did I already turn in the eolith? Actually, I can check that right here, can't I? Principle's End. So I have not turned this in for some reason. Right, the fluke core, I'm gonna have to kill a fluke core, but I suppose with this ship, I can actually do that as well. I just have to find one. There was one near the Empire of Hands, I think. So I guess we'll take care of that eventually. Yeah, Little Flint. So I need a total of 3 eoliths. I still need to find this idol. Hard-shelled silver we're gonna get... Yeah, okay. So as soon as I can figure out where to get this idol... Wakeful idol. Actually, I think the thing is that there are 2 items that share the same icon. One is the Watchful Curio, which is what you can buy or acquire in a couple of places. And Wakeful Idol is actually something... Like you turn a Watchful Curio into a Wakeful Idol, I believe at Polythreme, which also happens to be a place that we want to go for a quest for the Modiste, wasn't it? So yeah, that also kind of works out. Wakeful Idol. Okay, anyway, so yeah, 3 eoliths. So 2 more. So we have our dice, we have the eoliths, we have a ton of fuel. Right, you even sell supplies here, which we should get some. They're not super cheap, but it's fine. 20 should be absolutely okay for now. But as I said, I mean, there's almost no reason, or there is really no reason not to fill up completely, because we are going to use the fuel, and it's never going to be any cheaper than this, right? I just want to make sure that we don't need some cargo space for something, but yeah, we can absolutely save this here. Delivering a letter? That's not for here. No, okay. That's just gonna be wherever we go. Explore the island, chat to the port folk, dig among the ruins. Okay, so this is just random stuff that we can always do here. I mean, let's try this, I guess? Or... let's meet her first. Almost there. Look down. Or is this actually... I think you can only ever go up the mountain once, right? Per visit. Oh, right, we do have this gift for her. Of course we do. Man, how's my memory so bad? Okay, right. Armillaria tea. Sure. Give the Deviless the news from the embassy and the gift. The Deviless keeps little snakes as pets now, each no bigger than her little finger. Oh, that's cute. She scratches their heads, she calls them by name, and once, when she thinks you aren't looking, she pops one in her mouth to chew it like a licorice treat. Okay. That's maybe not so cute. What did they say, she asks. Well, we have this giant fly for you, I suppose? Give the Deviless the news, but not the gift. You've already sold it. She'll never know. Okay. No, let's not do that, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. Are trying to spy on her and doing this mutually exclusive? We're gonna see, I guess. The light. Let's not betray her trust, I guess. So, I mean, when in doubt, when we have to choose, if we have to choose between the two, obviously, we're not betraying her. Delight. The Deviless opens the parcel. Amanita Sherry. Okay, so not a fly. She pours you each a splashy glass, chattering giddily. She blushes when she sees you push the glass away. Force of habit. I don't really want to poison you. It's such good news, isn't it? Do you really think they trust me? I would so love to get away from this ghastly little rock, back to where the souls glow and the dances never end. So, listen, I have something more valuable for them. The names of 7 devils back home who remain loyal to the aristocracy, to Brimstone. Here, take the names. Give them to the embassy. Ask them if I can come home. Sail swiftly, my brave captain. All my hopes rest with you. Well, okay. Yeah, and we can only go up to the crater once. Yeah, well, in that case, I'm happy enough with this. I mean, she seems genuine, but then she is a devil, so who really is to say, right? I mean, in all honesty, it's fair to assume that we're probably being used, but oh well. Not for the first time, not for the last. So, port report? Yes. No need to do this, so off we go. I do want to visit Anthe... and Scrimshander, I suppose? Wait, what do we need for Scrimshander? Hold on. Oh. Coffee or wine. Well, we're gonna have to go back here. I guess I can do that when I go to Frostfound. It's gonna be after I've been back to London and have restocked on a bunch of things. So... yeah, I am going to go visit Anthe and Scrimshander for the port reports, though. And I suppose at that point I might also just go ahead and break the prisoner out of wisdom. Then I'll head up to Irem from there, or is it... it doesn't really make a difference, does it? No, actually it kind of does. I'm gonna go to Anthe and then Irem, and then I'm basically... yeah, I mean, Scrimshander and Sea of Lilies are kind of on a straight line back to London, right? So maybe we'll try to do something like that, also uncovering these 2 annoyingly undiscovered map pieces. Yeah, that seems to work out. Maybe more conveniently, more efficiently. So I don't think we have any more actual business at Anthe, but again, the port report is going to help. I mean, we need two of any undersea port reports to get up to those Storyteller 7 quality, right? What? Oh. Oh, is this gonna be like Maybe's Daughter? Like the Maybe's Daughter quest? Okay. Searching for Lytton. Okay, well, I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I thought it was just look in those various ports and one of them is just going to have them. He's just gonna be in one specific port, but maybe it's not predetermined, just like Maybe's Daughter. Or rather, Maybe's mother, actually. Yeah, I mean, she's Maybe's daughter. She used to be Maybe's daughter, now she's Maybe's rival. But yeah, we were looking for a mother. Right. Okay. Save. Of course, visit Rosina. We have no particular reason to do that. But let's just say hello, I guess. A familiar stare. Seek healing. We don't need healing. Oh, never mind. I guess we just said hello. I mean, let's try this. No luck. Your inquiries are exhaustive. The philanthropist's husband is not here. You can cross this port off your list. Check your journal for reminders about where the philanthropist's husband might be. Try again, you may have better luck. Yeah, so that seems to work exactly the same way, which is fine. That might also mean that the more we fail, or with each location that we fail or get unlucky at, we actually get some sort of reward, so it might be in our best interest to find him in the last possible location. And we are ultimately going to want to be back at every single one of the Undersea ports, right? Because we have unfinished business just about anywhere. Maybe not here, honestly. Send your Song of Broken Hulls to the singers in the shell. I have that? Oh, lung and tongue are both crystal, the better to sing. Practice holding the ceiling in place. Reduce terror. Guaranteed to reduce terror for 15. I suppose I might as well do that. Oh, 3 terror for 15. Meh. Could be worse, I guess. Mingle with Harriers, Getters, and Thrusters. Oh, that gives you fuel. Gather report though. That's what I really wanted to do. Rumors and extrapolations. Yes. That's all old news, of course. I wonder, have we done this? Do I want to do this? I forget what this is all about. Also, do we have shops? Yes. Okay. I think these are slightly cheaper than at Mount Palmerston, right? I think I paid 35. I mean, obviously, not a big deal at all. That's perfectly fine, in fact. Scintillate, buying Scintillate for 1 meter salt, that's so incredibly not worth it. Wow. Okay, anyway, save again. I feel like I'm saving a lot more today than I usually do, but I guess it's better to save more often than you need to than not often enough. Anyway, what's this all about? Inside a great shell, the concert hall. Oh no, I have totally done this, haven't I? Have I? The concert hall was once the shell of an impossible oyster. Now its surfaces are clean and iridescent, and the singers of Anthe perform. They can hold a note, a perfect shapely note, for longer than ought to be possible. Now, I've definitely done this before. But don't I want this Song of Broken Hulls for something? Or why didn't I use it up the last time I was here? I guess I must have chosen not to do this. Ah, man. A melody from Wreck. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and remind myself what this was all about, actually. Because obviously I don't want to waste this here for, you know, not really much of a gain, to be honest. Right, okay, so this Song of Broken Hulls has something to do with breaking a prisoner out of, freeing a prisoner from the hut, which, well, we weren't really able to do anything, much of anything at the hut at all so far. But I have my recent news now, so hopefully I'll be able to do something on my next visit, and maybe, yeah, use the song there. I'm not really sure, or I really don't know at all how that's gonna work out, but yeah, it might be important there, so I'd rather not just sell it for minimal gains here. Yeah, that is pretty much a trap. Anyway, yeah, I guess we're done here. We have our port report. Yes. Okay, good. And we don't want to do any shopping here. We have the ELAs we need. Right. So, next up, Irem. Hideaway is right there. Yeah, everything else a little bit more out of the way. Now, what did I just look up? Yes, right, Khan's Shadow. We want to go to Khan's Shadow eventually. Of course, that is a little bit out of the way now, but actually, maybe on my next trip I'm gonna, right, for now we're gonna go to Irem, then via Scrimshander and Sea of Lilies, and these two spots back to London, pick up a bunch of candles and wine, and whatever else we might need, and then we want to go to Station 3, get that weapon. Actually, I suppose from Station 3 we want to go to Isle of Cats to deliver the gift to the Pirate King and see what that does for us. We're going to go to the Grand Geode, of course, to exchange our weapon for the Element of Dawn, at which point we technically want to go all the way back up to Frostfound. Oh boy, it's so much sailing around. I mean, it would make sense to do that, to get that super efficient engine as quickly as possible, to make everything else more efficient. Yeah, maybe, honestly, maybe that's gonna be a trip. Station 3, Isle of Cats, Grand Geo, maybe Iron Republic on the way back. And back to London, and then from there, past Can's Shadow to pick up... or rather, wait, no, Frostfound first. And then down to Khan's Shadow, where we want to buy that efficiency thing module. And also, apparently this is where you can pick up a bunch of these Watchful Curios. You can buy Watchful Curios at Irem, and I suppose I could do that, but yeah, you can get them, you can exchange them for hunting trophies apparently at Khan's Shadow, and I have a couple of hunting trophies that I don't need. Ooh, actually, I think I might be able to do something good at Scrimshander as well. That has to do with hunting trophies. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, I want to go to Khan's Shadow and pick up Watchful Curios for much cheaper, basically, than in Irem. And then, yeah, we want to go to Polythreme and convert those curios to the Watchful Idols, one of which we're going to use at Port Cecil. Right, and the others, I guess, you can just sell them, so no reason not to do that. Then Empire of Hands to mostly to pick up that romantic literature. Obviously, there's also Dahat here. Okay, yeah, but I mean, obviously that's several episodes from here. I'm just taking mental notes for myself. Oh, wait, okay, weird. It felt like I couldn't turn there for a second, but it's all good. Okay, right. Yeah, I mean, I could pick up the one Watchful Curio that I really need at Irem for a secret, but I could also not, because I don't need it immediately, and yeah, I can just get them much cheaper later, so no reason to do that now. But we will pick up... Well, we will get a second Searing Enigma and a long box. Suppose I could technically go for more than one, but I forget exactly how expensive they are. I think they also cost a bunch of secrets, so, you know. And while that's the wrong button. While I do have a bunch of secrets, they're not that easy to come by, right? I happened to acquire quite a few recently, but obviously those quest turn-ins were, you know, in limited supply. That being said, we just got 50 fragments for discovering this thing, apparently. Huh. If you say so, game. I'll trust you on that. That we had not apparently been close enough to that thing before. Do you have to go past here? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter which way. Or, hold on. No, we're fine. Okay, Irem. Shops, first and foremost, I suppose. Right, you can buy ambiguous eoliths for secrets here. Why would you ever do that? Or relics. That's so not worth it. Right. The long boxes, on the other hand, yeah, I mean 3, that's far from cheap. Too bad I can't sell anything here for any kind of profit. What about this, though? A captivating treasure for 50 fuel. apart from the fact that we don't have room for that, that's not really... Wait, 50... Oh god, the normal price is about 10. Yeah. So that's about 500 echoes worth of fuel for a treasure that you can sell for at least 1,000, so... And of course, Element of Dawn for 25 supplies, that's such a bad trade. Like, this thing is basically a unique item. I think there are exactly 2 ways to acquire an Element of Dawn, and they might be mutually exclusive, so I'm not sure you can even get more than one of these per playthrough. And obviously, yeah, that is not worth it. Oh, we do need a strange catch, though. Forgot that you can actually buy these here. What do we need that for again? Oh, yeah, I remember. We need one to have dinner with the unsettling sage, actually. Right. That'd be nice. We might need more of these for something, but I don't know about that. I haven't taken notes about more needs for strange catches, so I'm just gonna go with the one and hope that I'm not gonna, you know, be very sad. Right. So we want a Searing Enigma, another one, which costs 3. We have, which costs 5. We have 3, so we buy 2 more and exchange them. There we go. 2 Searing Enigmas. And if I do end up getting another one, that's fine. We can always hand those in to the Alarming Scholar for a tidy profit, I think. Plus, apparently giving them a certain number of them is going to trigger something that might be in our interest. Ooh, I could... I could get myself a few more Tales of Terror, because... Yeah, just to balance things out a bit more. Like so. It's a bit, you know, making a bit of a loss there, but... I think that's fine. Okay, we got the strange catch that I completely forgot about. We will buy a long box. We are not going to buy the curio. So we have the Searing Enigma, the long box, and even the strange catch. That's the things that I came here for. Great. Awesome. We cannot sell anything here. No. Just making extra sure. Okay. Cool. That's that out of the way. We'll save that. And see if we can do anything useful here. I keep forgetting that you can do something with coffee here. Sacrifice a lamentable relic. Another one, huh? For 2 moves in the Great Game? Yes. I suppose so. Sure. We can sell those for... How much was it? 50? To the diplomat? Sure, why not, right? Might as well. Okay, and with that, I should probably end the episode here, but I'm actually going to pause recording, make my way down to Scrimshander? Yeah. Right. I just want to make a bit more progress here, because these are obviously... We've only been revisiting old places. We're doing new things, partially, but, I mean, ultimately this is all just, you know, checking off points on a big shopping list, and probably not the most exciting thing. Not really seeing a lot of completely new stuff. So, at least I want to make, you know, a bunch of progress so we can get to the interesting stuff, the really interesting stuff, faster. Okay, never mind, I lied. I decided to head over to Hideaway, or down to Hideaway, because it was actually not very far away, and it's otherwise not really close to any of the other places I'm planning to revisit, so let's just get things out of the way here. And chances are... Whoa. Really? All the way up to 45% on the second try? That's not even unrealistic. Huh. Okay. So that's obviously one of the reasons to be here. The other being... that we have a decent amount of fuel, and my notes say that I want to give 7 fuel to this visionary here. And I figured, why not? Check on the investigator. Right. Rejoin the festivals. We could do that with our port story. Okay, so we actually have a bunch of things to do here, potentially. Buy a memento from the slow-blinking vendor. Matter of luck. With one supply. Running a bit low on supplies. Although I'm sure we're gonna be fine. Let's do the usual thing. Port report. I suppose just try this. A promising lead. Oh, I succeeded even. Huh. A rambling false prophet remembers him. Priest-collared, gaunt, broken. To the bell church he went, to barn it under the waters. The slow death follows him. Genuine prophecy, or just a scrap of old knowledge, dressed up to be portentous? It doesn't matter. Huh. Well then. Okay. That was easier than expected. We even got a secret for it. And Low Barnet is obviously very convenient to reach, very close to London, so yeah. Don't mind if I do. And we're gonna do this as well. Right, this guy repairing the the machinery, working with the people who are injecting electricity into this dead crab. Supply his engines with fuel. 7 fuel, yeah, I mean, sure. Let's do it. My men will transport. Lunch? His room is spacious, if rather bare. A filament bulb shines pleasantly within a pink paper lantern. His plaster walls are cracking. A hand-drawn portrait of a dark woman hangs above his bed. The visionary clears maps of Hideaway from his table and prepares coffee. As he passes you a brew, bellows of pain engulf the room, and all Hideaway trembles for a moment as the beast below writhes. But the visionary doesn't spill a drop of the coffee. Once things settle, he writes a note. Forgive Temtem. He hurts now, then. Coffee? And please call me Eric. Ooh, what? 10 sacks of dark drop coffee beans. Okay. Those might come in handy. Fixing a fault. Oh. No more than 25? I have 30. Wait, what? Oh, no more than 20. Really? Can we reduce that here at all? Probably not, right? Man, I wish I hadn't gone here without my lights on for much of the way. Then maybe I would be at 25 or less. His ambition. He passes a toolbox to one of his workers and rushes over to you. He writes in the notebook chained to his wrist. Eric passes you a scrap from his notebook. I need particularly steady hands to repair cabling. Assist? I mean, I would. But, I mean, maybe rejoining the festivals has a chance to reduce our terror. We'll see. Check in on the investigator. The impolite investigator ignores the patterns of resting and waking established in Hideaway. He never seems to sleep. At all hours, he can be found asking questions or studying the city. Still. 6 crew. Wait, what? The waters between. Oh, haven't I done this before? And this is always going to kill your crew? Terror no more than 70. So this is probably going to actually cause more terror. Plus kill some crew. Which honestly I wouldn't mind necessarily reducing my crew a little bit. Yes, I know it's cruel, but you know. Hold on. I think I'm okay with what has happened so far. I'm especially okay with just 10 free coffee, which honestly are worth, well, they're just in terms of money, they're worth more than 7 units of fuel, so that was a very good trade-off for a change. Plus, we can technically do stuff with that. In fact, I mean, now that I have the coffee... Oh yeah, that's actually perfect, because I'm on my way back to Scrimshander, and I'll just be able to use that right there. I won't have to return with wine. That's convenient. Okay, yeah, I mean, that works out quite nicely. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, but let's give this another try. I'm pretty sure we've done this before. Succeeded in challenge, that's good. Gained a secret, lost 3 crew, down to 18, which is more than half. So we're good in that regard. Plus, it should reduce our ridiculous food consumption a little bit. Gained only 3 terror, but... Distressing truth about Hideaway. So, does this do anything for us in the long run? Did you know there's an enterprise to construct kelp farms on the outside of Temtem's cheeks? We'll use their hedge to study the shells inside. Yeah, we've definitely done this before. I guess I must have decided to reload and not do this because it seemed too costly at the time. One after another, you splash into the dark. With your light, you can see the flesh of the beast beneath you. It's bruised, bloodied in some places. In others, it's mere feet from the shell. The investigator points ahead to a thick cable hanging down from above. As it comes more clearly into view, it sparks. The charge results in a convulsing of Temtem's flesh. You return to the city as swiftly as you can, but several of your crew were caught by Temtem's shifting body and crushed between his shell and his flesh. Yikes. Sorry, guys. As soon as you're back in Hideaway, the investigator strips out of his diving suit and flees. Wait, and he's just gone now? Miserable realizations. Crap. The investigator is curled on his bed, but sits when he notices you. Oh yeah, of course, we had seen this before. I need something to help me relax, clear my head, anything. I'll try anything. Well, unfortunately, that's not true because you want these specific things. Okay, so we need an extra firkin of honey and a cask of wine for this guy. Wine times 8. Right. Actually, never mind. We don't need the 5 wine for Scrimshander anymore. So that's down to math. So actually only 3 wine. Yes. 3 or more. I don't know. Because we don't know how many we want for Nook. This is Hideaway. Hideaway. Honey. And we want to keep that coffee. Okay, and hopefully that's going to be at the very least interesting, if not useful in the long run. And I mean, it's kind of weird how we're basically helping this guy who's trying to, I don't know, stop the people from trying to reanimate the crab, and also helping the visionary who's trying to do the opposite, right? But, well, it's what it is. I guess we'll save. The episode is getting long, I know, but that's okay, I think. Rejoin the festivals. Let's see what this is all about. Oh? Though you do not reside in Hideaway, the people of the city will allow you to participate? Oh yeah, okay. The rainbowing. Revelers will indulge in a colorful feast featuring the finest food Hideaway can manage to find in the abyssal depths. The hour of our reflection. The silent reel. There's a dweller too ancient and too mad to help maintain Hideaway. Instead, the suggester serves a ceremonial role. During the festival, they bark out a phrase which everyone then represents through art. Invariably, the topics are variations on handsome Temtem's generosity or Hideaway's superb lifestyles. I want to say I've tried all of these before, but of course I don't remember. Did this have something to do with becoming a cannibal somehow? No. Maybe. I don't know. Participate in the ceremony of 7 sips. A chalice of an inky blue liquid is set before you. To your left, the cello philosopher has a green drink. To your right, the conscientious mercenary is sipping something indigo. Okay. Vision of the surface. Gained 1 terror. That's not what I want. I want to lose terror if possible. You fill your mouth with the foul-dyed water. Your fellow diners spit it out in a spray. You follow suit. When the rainbow clears, the tables, not to mention you and your fellow diners, are covered in color. The green-lipped philosopher holds her stomach but forces a smile. The mercenary grins at everyone down the table, showing off his indigo-stained teeth. Nice. Consume the abyssal bounty. A bell rings. The conscientious mercenary licks his lips and begins carving a squelching, squirming fish. The sallow philosopher performs the gesture of good digestion before forcing down a bite. Gained more terror, huh? Yeah, I feel like losing terror during this particular festivity is probably not gonna happen. You carve into your dinner. A fish whose identifying traits have been lost to the layers of pigment caked onto it. As you carve off a bite, its mouth flaps open. Cosmogone dye trickles out. It might be tasty if the meat weren't as chewy as gum, and if you couldn't feel the dyes coloring your intestines. Hopefully, you're fond of blue. Partake of the Lady Black's chiefest pearls. Festival servers clear your plates and present the night's dessert. The violent-dyed organs of a bound shark, laid across the table with anatomical accuracy. Of course. The conscientious mercenary looks at you meaningfully and cups his cheeks, the gesture of plenty. He slices you a lobe of the shark's brain and licks the violent jelly from the blade when done. He considers the eyes carefully before he places one on your plate. He adjusts it to look up at you. How nice of him. Your first bite of the brain and the taste spreads through your mouth like ivy. The eye is no better. It pops in your mouth, bursting into stinking jelly. I've gained 3 strange catches and a scintillac, somehow, and only 3 terror? Okay. Well, that happened. Alright, and we could just keep going. I mean, was that worth it? Ultimately, all we did was use up one supply, and we gained a bit of terror. Got 3 strange catches, which really don't do much for us. I mean, that was interesting, but extremely gross. So I think in the interest of our captain's sanity, we don't want that to happen. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it also doesn't really do anything for us. I'm not entirely sure if I saved after... No, okay. So we are at this point. Right. I guess we have the port report as well. I must have gotten that early. Where do they store their goods? Oh, do they? Oh. I could have sold the strange catches. No, I couldn't, because they're not actually worth anything. Never mind. Right, you can get... This is where you can get muter salt for money. If I had sapphires. But, I mean, technically, you can buy sapphires and trade them for muter salt here, which is better than just paying in stories for them, but... Well, it is what it is. Right. And unfortunately, you can only sell stuff here, but not buy. Let's try something else. I mean, we've definitely done this art thing, right? So maybe I had only done this one and not actually tried the others. The silent reel. Throughout the night, the people will dance. There will be no music nor any obligations to conform to a particular style. Yeah, actually, I think my reasoning was that this sounded boring. But we'll see. Maybe boring is good. Last one supplies. A high lattice has been constructed over the festival square. It holds dozens of filament bulbs. A spool has been suspended in the center of the square. It is wound with with a dull puce ribbon. When the ribbon is entirely unwound, the festival will end. Okay. Dance. The master of the dance holds the ribbon in his teeth. He is dancing through the crowd. How is that terrifying? The master claps his hands at a shuffling dancer. The shuffler gives a smile, but his eyes fill with hate. He bites a section of ribbon, fixing it with his teeth, and joins the master's dance. Gain a memory of distant shores. I mean, that's useful-ish. Not sure I agree with that being terrifying, but sure, okay. Keep dancing. How long has it been? The master of the dance has obliged more to bite onto the ribbon, but he still has so many left to claim. You must have been dancing for a few hours now, but it just goes on. The only relief from the quiet is the irregular clap from the master of the dance. The great chain of dancers weaves through the crowd without a noise. Actually, yeah, the whole thing being completely silent is actually a bit... well, a bit unsettling if nothing else. So yeah, fair enough. The great chain of dancers weaves through the crowd without a noise. They are formerly holy teachers, once monarchs, warriors without battles, short-changed merchants... a growing and ceaseless parade. Some move with grace, others only sway in their steps out of obligation. The spool continues to unreel. Okay, 5 fragments, 2 terror. Just keep dancing. It has been many hours. They cannot maintain this forever. Or can they? Sing! Uh-oh. The people look like they're on the edge of miserable tears, and who wouldn't be dancing in this awful quiet? Give them a song. Yeah, that's... Oh, it's so tempting. They're just gonna kill me though, right? It's too tempting. The dancing stops. The master of the dance almost lets out a shout. The ribbon falls from his mouth. A few dancers curl their lips and step from the line. The master clears his throat and signs with trembling hands the closing of the festival. He thanks the people of Hideaway for the celebration of unity and thanks Temptum for their home. The crowd responds with silent applause. Here and there you spot a few thanking you with secretive smiles. One even pushes something into your hand, a small token of thanks. Really now. Solace fruit, huh? Okay. Interesting. That... In smaller quantities, delightful and refreshing. In larger quantities, one of the very nicest ways to die. Nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what I can do with these. I mean, I can sell them if nothing else. Surely somewhere. Huh. That went better than expected, to be honest. I thought that was gonna end in an absolute catastrophe, but... I guess not. Of course, now I wonder... what I would have gotten instead if I had just kept dancing, but I'll be returning here, I guess, so I'll learn eventually. Now that being said, well, I obviously need to end the episode. What I would like to do, I mean, I kind of want to return to Irem and do whatever you can do with, now that I have coffee. I think I've never actually been there with coffee in my inventory. So I'd like to explore that option and see what that does. Of course, I really want to head over to Scrimshander, and you know, we're kind of low on supplies, a little bit low, and I also did use up a bunch of my once gigantic stack of fuel here, so I can't really afford too many more detours on the way, but I think we might be fine. Going back to Irem from here is really not that far, and then follow through with the original plan, Scrimshander and Wisdom and so on and so forth. Yeah. Anyway, I think I need to make a cut here, so as always, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.